Hey everyone, my name is Adam and I am a recovering drug addict and alcoholic. I've been asked to share with you guys for just a few minutes about my journey through addiction and recovery, a journey that when I was a young person I never thought I would be taking. I knew I was going to drink and I was going to use drugs at some point in time in my life, but I had no idea how much that I would attach to them. I kind of felt like it was some sort of choice. I knew about addiction, but I didn't think it would be possible for me because I was a good person. I was a caring person, and I wanted to be a dad. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have success. There was nothing about what I really wanted that would make me believe that I could be susceptible to addiction. But I was also really scared. I'd also had some experience as a child that caused me a great deal of pain. I was really insecure, and I didn't think that I was of much value to anybody. So when I used alcohol and drugs for the first time, it took me to a place I never thought I would ever be. And I knew at that time that I was going to keep doing it and doing it a lot, still not knowing that I would allow it to consume me. That journey for the next several years through substance abuse cost me a lot. I ended up losing my family, losing my job, lots of criminal charges, jail, house arrest. I was homeless, living in a tent with my family for a while, or a family for a while, living at my girlfriend's place, my girlfriend's mother's place, going to the food bank. I'd had a pretty successful life up to that point in time. A couple houses, everything a guy could want, but I lost it all. And that was in a dark place that I didn't think I would ever bounce back from. I can remember thinking when I was trying to get clean and sober is, how do I not use drugs and drink, feeling the way I feel, knowing all the people that I hurt, knowing everything that I lost. I didn't think it would be possible for me to ever get clean again. I had a couple half-assed suicide attempts, I guess. I wanted to die. I just didn't have what it took to really take that step, thankfully. Salvation came for me in the form of human beings. I met some people that wanted to help me in a way no one else wanted to help me before, through friendship, through laughter, through companionship, through fellowship. We started going to the fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, and we started talking about our fears and our worries. We started letting go of some of the anger and resentment that we had, and the next thing I know, I had some hope, and I wasn't carrying around as much of that pain anymore, and I wasn't as afraid as I was anymore, and I felt like I did belong in this world. That was almost 10 years ago, and today the life I have is more amazing than I could ever imagine. I have a home again. I have a family again, and my relationship with my two daughters from my first marriage is absolutely incredible, and I have 3 more wonderful children and an incredible wife that I can build my life around now. I have a career that I absolutely love. I get up every day and I can't wait to do it. My lifestyle is completely different. I work hard every day at getting the most out of life. I'm up at the gym. I'm at the gym 6 o'clock every morning. If I'm not working, my wife and I are out somewhere on some adventure, camping, hiking, paddle boarding, living and loving life to its fullest. But in order to get here and in order to keep what I have, it required a lot of things from me that I still have to be mindful of today. It's work. I work at my recovery. I work at keeping my character defects at bay all of the time. There's a good person in me, a really good person, but there's also a person that's still capable of hurting people. And I have to work to make sure that things like anger, resentment, and fear, don't rule me. I've realized through the years that I have nothing to be afraid of. I've already, with everything I've gone through, I've survived. There's nothing that can happen to me that I can't handle, and that allows me to face life fearlessly, and I'm grateful of that. I have realized that anger and resentments just hold me back. Maybe some of them are justified, but not justified to the extent that they cost me my happiness and cost me my recovery. I had to let go of a lot of people. I had some wonderful people in my life, but I just weren't able to maintain the relations with them the way I did and maintain my recovery. And I had to replace them with some pretty amazing people. I'm very fortunate today to have some of the best friends that a guy could ask for, the best family a person could imagine. I'm very fortunate today. I loved drugs and alcohol very much, but I couldn't have that relationship with them and have all the other things in my life that I loved more. I still feel like using sometimes today. Sun shining, I'm stressed, and those thoughts come upon me, and I realize that yeah, I could drink or I could use, but it would cost me everything that I have, and living in a loving life is far better than being an addict. I am very grateful for the life that I have today, and I believe firmly that gratitude is not a word but an action, and that if I'm truly grateful, I'll do the things every day, day in and day out, to keep the life that I have today. The most important thing that I think I do for my life today is being of service to people. I have found that as an addict, everything was always about me. What can I get? What can people do for me? What can I get out of this situation in a relationship? And I spent a life pursuing self-satisfaction, and it did not bring me 1 ounce of happiness. It only brought me misery. But when I turned that around and I started pursuing being of service to other people in every way that I can, helping them from their addiction, being kind, I found that it fulfilled me in ways that drugs and alcohol and the pursuit of sex and other relationships never could. I found that selfless love was the most satisfying experience that a person could ever have. Not drugs, not alcohol, not gambling, not sex, but the selfless love. And that's how I try to live my life today. I want to thank you for taking the time to hear my story. I want to wish you well and remind you that there's nothing that you can't handle, and that there's always someone out there who knows where you're coming from and will be more than happy to help you on your journey. Have a great day.